Welcome to the third segment of our Christmas 2019 special with Jeopardy featuring Alex Trebek for the DOS. Let's see how we do. Right now our Christmas special bank is at no money because we haven't won anything yet. Mainly because we lost out in high rollers, but it's okay. We'll bounce back in this game. I know we will. In this game, we're taking on Myrna and Scott.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to Jeopardy.
Let's see what categories we're going to be dealing with for this Christmas episode of Jeopardy featuring Alex Trebek for the DOS.
Here we go, round one. One daily novel will appear on the board in these categories.
We have foods, books, mammals, soccer, islands, and finally, the 20th century. I will not change the categories. We're going to leave them the way they are. I will start things off, however, with books for 100. Lone Star Baby is a guide for expectant parents who live in or near the state capital. What is Austin?
You are correct.
Books for 200. One Day in the Life of Ivan Denisovich was set in a prison camp during this man's regime. Mary Queen of Scots?
No.
I'm going to try this one. Let's say it was Ivan the Terrible.
No, sorry, that is wrong.
Oh, that's wrong too. Let's hear from Scott, see what he has to say. Joseph Stalin?
You are correct.
He's the one. Alright, Scott, make the next selection. Books for 300. The Bird Era isn't about Sesame Street. It's a history of this basketball team from 1978 to 1988. Who are the Atlanta Hawks?
No.
Chicago Cubs.
No.
They were a baseball team. The Boston Celtics.
You are correct.
There you go. Scott's right. Books for 400. The tragic death of his daughter Dominique influenced his writing People Like Us. Myrna. Dominic Dunn?
That's it.
Yeah. Daily Double.
The answer is
You can risk up to $500, Myrna. How much you want to risk? She's going to wager $300. All right, here's the clue in books. One biography of this woman is entitled The Lonely Hunter. Carson McCullers, that's right.
right.
All right, you're out of the hole and you have some cash. Foods, 100. Southern specialty and America's favorite dish. What is fried chicken?
Yes.
I'll have foods for 200. Donut-shaped deli delight from Yiddish for ring. What's a bagel?
That's it.
I'll have foods for 300. Lox, gravlax, and Nova Scotia are forms of this fish. What is salmon?
That's it.
Out of the hole. Foods for 400. Often paired with cabbage, this is brisket preserved in brine. What is corned beef?
You are correct.
And foods for 500. A New York chef invented these in the 1850s when told his French fries were too thick. What are potato chips?
That's it.
Ran the category. We're up to $1,100 in cash, and I get to make the next selection as we continue. Okay, I'd like islands for 100, please. New York's boroughs of Brooklyn and Queens are on this island. What is Long Island?
That's it.
Islands 200. There are actually over 1,700 in this St. Lawrence River group. What are the 1,000 islands?
That's it.
Islands 300. State named after a Greek island. What is Rhode Island?
Right.
Islands 400. In the late 50s, China shelled the islands of Quemoy and Matsu, which belong to this country. What is Taiwan?
That's it.
Islands 500. Animal for which the Canary Islands are named. What is a dog?
Yes.
Ran that category too. We're up to $2,600. I like mammals for 100. Experimental animal whose name has come to mean the subject of any experiment. What's a guinea pig?
Right.
Mammals 200. Wild Aussie dog who feeds on the wallaby. What is a dingo?
You are correct.
Mammals 300. This rodent's name is German for hoarder, since he hoards food in his cheeks and storage chamber. What is a... What is the hamster?
You are correct.
Mammals 400. Sleepy Alice in Wonderland partygoer who was served as a delicacy at Roman parties. Who is the dormouse?
Right.
Mammals 500. When the males spar with one another, it's called necking. What are giraffes?
Yes.
Random mammals category, too. I would like soccer for 100. At the beginning of a game, the choice of goal and kickoff is decided by this. What is a coin toss?
Yes.
Soccer 200. Tackling is taking the ball away from an opponent by using these. What are the feet?
That's it.
Soccer 300. Number of players fielded by soccer team. What is 11?
Right.
Soccer 400. As in football, this infraction is indicated by grasping the wrist with the opposite hand. What is... What is... Fumble? I don't know.
No?
My streak ends right here. I don't have a clue on this one. Oh, holding.
You are correct.
Country in which the 1994 World Cup tournament will be held. What is Brazil? Or no, what is the United States?
Yes.
Okay, good. That just leaves the 20th century category, and I'm going to start with the $100 clue. He was assassinated October 6, 1981, 8 years to the day after he launched the Yom Kippur War. Anwar Sadat.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. In 1986, the U.S. suspended our ANZUS treaty obligations to this country due to its ban on nuclear weapons. Myrna. New Zealand?
Right.
In August 1988, UN Secretary General Pérez de Cuellar announced a ceasefire between these two nations. Nope.
No, sorry, that is wrong. The correct response is
Iran and Iraq. I wanted to say that, but I wasn't confident enough to buzz in. To symbolize the resolve not to fight each other again, these two countries built the Christ of the Andes. Myrna.
right.
Chile and Argentina. Yep. Now the last clue, then we'll go to Double Jeopardy. The 1919 massacre of Indian nationalists in this city was portrayed in the 1982 film Gandhi. It is
Yes.
Armored Star, yeah. So I have 4,800, Myrna 1,500, Scott 500. So Scott will go first in
The double Jeopardy round. So here we go.
the tougher round with 2 daily doubles and these categories.
2 daily doubles to help you in one of these categories.
Science, European history, San Francisco, literature, weapons, and finally, famous women. Okay, we'll leave the categories as they are. Literature 200. In the novel, the strange portrait of this man was painted by Basil Hallward, who is Dorian Gray.
You are correct.
I'll take literature for 400. The first appearance in print of this hard-boiled detective was in 1939 in The Big Sleep. Who is Philip Marlowe?
Right.
Literature for 600. Lucy Manette is the heroine of this novel. A Tale of Two Cities?
You are correct.
That's the one. In John Webster's play, a steward named Antonio is secretly married to the Duchess of this. Malfi.
Yes.
Last name of Sinclair Lewis's title character Samuel, whose life is changed by a trip to Europe. Opera?
Nope, sorry, that is wrong.
Dodsworth.
Yes.
Oh, okay. European history 200. Peter the Hermit's preaching aroused public support for the first of these expeditions in 1096. What were the Crusades?
You are correct.
European history for 400. King John accepted it June 15th, 1215. What is the Magna Carta?
That's it.
European history for 600. In the 16th and 17th centuries, this royal family ruled Spain as well as Austria. Who are the Habsburgs?
Yes.
European history for 800. Two years after becoming Kaiser in 1888, Germany's Wilhelm II dismissed this famous chancellor. Who was Otto von Bismarck? Otto von Bismarck?
Right.
European history 1000. Forces from this duchy conquered southern Italy as well as England in the 11th century, rather. Myrna. Desilu? No.
No. Nope, sorry, that is wrong.
I have a guess what it could be, but I'm not buzzing in.
The correct response is
Normandy. Good thing I did not buzz in. Okay. It's over to me. Let's have famous women for 200. In 1922, she wrote Etiquette in Society and Business, in Politics, and at Home. Scott. Madame de Pompadour?
nope. The correct response is
Emily Post. Famous woman 400. An alternate delegate to the UN in 1958, she was the first black opera singer at the Met. Tammy Wynette? No!
nope, sorry, that is wrong. The correct response is
Marian Anderson. Famous women for 6. Her book, Science and Health, was in its 382nd edition at her death in 1910. Who is Mary Baker Eddy?
right.
Can we have famous woman for 800, please? Myrna and Scott are tied for second place, $900 each. I just now noticed that. CEO of Playboy Enterprises. She's no dumb bunny. Who is Christy Hefner?
Right.
Famous woman 1000. Daily double.
The answer there is
Let's just do 1200. Alright, here's the clue in famous women. She began her beauty empire behind a red door on 5th Avenue. Who is Elizabeth Arden?
yes.
She's the one, so that puts me at $10,000. Okay. Let me have San Francisco for 200. Tony Bennett put his heart into singing this city's official song. What is I left my heart in San Francisco? Or I lost my heart in San Francisco.
That's it.
I'll have San Francisco for 400. Though it lasted just 48 seconds, this 1906 disaster equaled the force of about 6 million tons of TNT. What is an earthquake?
That's it.
Let's have San Francisco for 600. In the late 19th century, San Francisco was the world capital of this maritime hunting industry. What is fishing?
No.
No.
The correct response is
Whaling. Whaling. Alright. I'll have San Francisco for 800. A stagecoach is housed in the history room of this famous Old West Bank. What is Wells Fargo?
right.
Let's have San Francisco for 1,000. Since San Francisco was named for St. Francis, this Italian town was named its sister city in 1969. MVP? No.
Nope.
What is SEC?
That's it.
There we go. St. Francis of Assisi. We're at $11,800. I'd like science for 200, please. Most living organisms have millions, but a prisoner has only one. What's a cell?
Right.
Science 400. Fifth century BC Greek philosopher was the first to theorize that all matter is made of these. What are atoms?
That's it.
Science 600. Term for creatures like vultures or hermit crabs who eat carcasses and refuse. Unopened flower buds? No.
Sorry, that is wrong. The correct response is
Scavengers. Science 800. Days and nights are always 12 hours long at this line. What is the equator?
right.
Science 1000. If you're studying mensuration, you're studying this. Measurement.
Yes.
There you go. We have one category left, which is weapons. U.S. ICBM with 10 warheads. It's known by its initials, which stand for Missile Experimental. What is MX?
That's it.
400. He designed the first steam warship, the Demologos, for the War of 1812. Who is Robert Fulton?
No.
Oh, I didn't get to finish. I hit the enter button too soon. Oh, well, I'm way out front with a lot of money, so I'm not particularly worried about it.
The correct response
Oh, that would have been right. Ugh. That's okay. 600. Daily double.
The answer is
Let's do 1,000. Here's the clue in weapons. To celebrate the 20th anniversary of Ringling Brothers Clown College, 120 clowns threw 500 of these at each other. What are pies? Shaving cream pies?
You are correct.
Yes. 800. Equipment used by 1984 Olympic champ Darryl Pace that has counterweights and tension regulators. A bow?
You are correct.
Now the last clue. So it looks like Myrna will be around for Final Jeopardy no matter what happens in this last clip. Old name for a shotgun that reflects its use. Shooting birds. Alright, Myrna. A fouling piece? Yeah.
You are correct.
So Myrna has $2,100. Scott is still alive with $900, and I'm out front with $14,000.
Here is today's final Jeopardy category.
Category is U.S. landmarks.
Final Jeopardy answer is...
Its cornerstone was laid February 12th, 1915. That's my answer.
What did you put down? And
I
your
put the
response?
Lincoln Memorial.
That's it.
And I got it right.
And your wager was...
$4,000. So I go up to $18,000. That's how much our Christmas special bank sits at currently.
What did you put down? And your response?
You put the locust. That is wrong.
No.
And you will lose how much?
And your wager was...
$880. So you're down to $1,220. Scott.
What did you put down? And your response?
The teddy bear. No!
No. And your wager was...
$210. You're down to $690. I win with $18,000. And that'll wrap it up for this segment of our Christmas special 2019 edition. I'll see you all for that next one coming up right after this. Don't go away.